All of that. You ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready? Y'all, we here. We motherfucking here.
And we feeling good.
Y'all ain't think we was gonna be here, did ya?
And even if you did, you didn't think we were coming with this kind of energy. Hello.
Listen, I had some sun in Miami, baby. I'm ready.
I know you
Seasonal
look refreshed.
depression is gone from my ass.
You
bitch.
look refreshed.
Let's go.
Refreshed.
Let's go. Hey, you know how I feel. Because if you saw me tweeting, you know how I feel.
You know how I feel. Yeah. Yeah, the breeze is drifting on. The breeze is not drifting on by, actually. The breeze has come with another fucking snowfall in New York City. And I'm tired of it.
Tired.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's Titty Tuesday. I tried to bring the titties, but I still gotta cover it.
My
because
titties are covered today.
it is really snowing.
It's snowing again.
Again and again and again. That's what we're getting in New York. I just got back from Miami. So, like I said, last week was a lot. It was a lot. And we are here. We are back.
What accent is that? What accent?
Bitch, I don't know. I be making up accents. I ain't even gonna hold
Okay.
you.
No, it's fine. I'm here for it. Miami looked like it was a vibe.
It was cool. It was nice. Shout out. I was down there for work, per usual.
Yeah.
So I hosted an event for Mocha Fest.
Okay.
It was nice. I went down there with my man. We had a real good time. Or whatever. It was needed. Last week, whew.
Yeah.
Last week was a lot.
Last week was a week.
It took a toll on us, especially y'all. Y'all did not give up.
Y'all took a toll on us, if we're being quite frank.
And I wanted to talk about that. I know that you come in here with your energy of, I was on Love and Hip Hop. I felt through this. I've been podding for 5 years, and everything that could be said about a person has been said about me. But this week hit different.
Of course.
It hit different.
For a couple different reasons.
A lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
I guess, you know what? Elephant in the room. Let's really motherfucking address this shit because y'all were nasty.
Mean.
Disgusting.
We're very
vile. We want to let y'all know we opened up this podcast by talking about oversharing. I think our very first episode was Protect Black Women. And you guys just thought we were supposed to go against all of that. As far as our announcement with Liv's departure last week, it came from us not wanting to speak for her. It's not our place to speak for her feelings. Why she chose this wasn't, the best space for her right now. Also, we love Liv. Like, we're like, bitch, you're not on the couch with us anymore. I've reached out to her. Bridget has spoken to her. Y'all see she's shown us nothing but love online. And she's like, I feel so bad that, let me know if I have to say something. And she let y'all know, it's all love. And y'all really, internet was interneting.
Well,
y'all called us 3LW.
Here's the thing.
Jesus.
See, the thing is, we love Liv. We want to see Liv win. Liv wants to see us win. What the fuck else did y'all want us to say?
I don't know.
What else was there to say? We are a podcast that is about female empowerment and female support and togetherness. And that's the only togetherness that matters. We respect and support Liv's decision to go her separate way and make the most of what she's doing. So if y'all follow her and y'all follow what's going on with her and you get to tap into everything she's got going on, we are in full support of her all the way. And if y'all want to keep rocking with us, that's great too. If not, no problem. But what we not going to do is go through comments after week where y'all don't like, that was the only reason. Okay. All right. If that's the only reason, no problem.
That part.
I'm going to show up every week and give y'all 150% of BK, and Mandy's going to do the same thing. So
that part.
We love y'all if you want to keep rocking with us. And by the way, for those of y'all who are new to what actual female empowerment looks like, you can tune into both people's endeavors and projects.
That part.
You can watch us and follow us and watch whatever Liv has going on as well.
And she does. Y'all know she has the Blue Dope pod, and I believe she's dropping another pod. So we just wanted to start off with that. And again, if y'all rock with us, y'all rock with us.
Yes.
If you don't, you don't.
Yes.
We're still supporting Liv with what she's doing.
100%.
Y'all can too. And there's no reason that y'all have to separate the two of us or all of us or the three of us. And it was just really nasty. Outside of that, like I said, I've been dealing with a lot personally. We come in here, we tell jokes, we give it up. But like, y'all have to realize we are human as well. I was dealing with just the nastiness. I had a nude that was circulating the goddamn internet, so I felt completely violated. Outside of that, I spoke to y'all. Like, my friend was literally going into surgery for breast cancer, so I've been dealing with that. Thank you guys for all the prayers. She came out. She's healthy. I'll be with her in recovery this week. I leave after this pod. Like, there's just a lot. And the things that you guys said or what we're adding us, y'all have to, like, remember we are fucking human. My God. But also, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all, though. You know what I mean? You either fuck with us or you do not.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like I definitely wish that they would have just respected the privacy. Again, if you guys do want to see the response that Liv has, it's on her page. We've been corresponding. And yeah, that's that. But y'all continue checking in weekly. See, the thing is, because we're not going nowhere, baby.
No, we're not. We're not at all.
We're not.
But I do want to touch on something that I saw that popped up on my Twitter feed. Somebody had retweeted it. I think it was Amaya Scott. I think Amaya Scott retweeted. She retweeted this, and I thought it was really powerful. It was something that Tressie McMillan Cottom had posted on her Twitter feed, and I wanted to read it because I think it's really important to consider and keep in mind how much grace we need to grant each other. And this is what she said. "You're not imagining it. Nobody seems to want to talk right now. Messages are brief and replies are late. Talk of catch-ups on Zoom are perpetually put on hold. Group chats are no longer pinging all night long. It's not you, it's everyone. We are spent. We have nothing left to say. We are tired of saying, I miss you, and I can't wait for this all to end and get back to real life. So we mostly say nothing. We put our heads down and get through each day. You're not imagining it. This is a state of being like no other we have ever known because we are all going through it together, but so very far apart. Hang in there, my friend. When the mood strikes, send out all those messages and don't feel you have to apologize for being quiet. This is hard for everyone. No one is judging." So I would ask and implore all of you to consider the fact that there is a lot more going on behind the scenes than anybody ever knows, even if we do show up here with energy on 1,000, which we usually do. Mandy and I usually come in here chipper, spry, borderline obnoxious.
Are we obnoxious?
I said borderline. I said borderline.
They said, yeah.
I said borderline. I wasn't gonna ask. That was I wasn't even, that was a loaded question.
That's fine, we is.
But no, we come in here with that, but we also carry a load that, and everyone carries a load that people don't always see. So as much as we would implore y'all to be gentle with us and be gentle with the people around you and the people in your lives, because you don't know what anybody's really going through, be gentle with yourself also, because this is a hard time and everybody's going through it right now.
It is, and I don't even think we really talked about it in here, but it brings me back to, you guys know, the couple that got shot and killed over snow from their neighbor, and then the neighbor killed themselves. Like, again, we've been dealing with this Panera Bread for over a year now, like damn near a year, you know? And it's just, the same way you go into work. Y'all know I'm gonna bring it back to corporate because I done had every job in the goddamn book. But I remember like just going through a lot, either at home with my siblings, with my parents, or anything, and having to go and fucking, when I was in retail, fold clothes and deal with customers and say, hi, welcome, or go and work with people I didn't like and still be chipper with them and get the job done. And you're not allowed in a place of work to bring home to work.
Right.
And I think that you guys view this as like a podcast and it's the easiest thing to just come in here and talk. But no, there's like a fucking team of like 10, 11 people here every week. Like, we're talking throughout the week. This is essentially like a job. It's our career.
It's a lot of energy.
It's a whole lot.
It's a lot of energy. We can't fake shit in here.
It's a whole lot.
If I got cramps, I got cramps. If I got a headache, if I have lash glue in my eye, I can't fake shit. No, I can't. Seasonal depression. No, for real. I'm allergic to whatever like lash glue my lash girl uses.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's not just her though. It's happened to me before. I will get congested and basically have like a like a weird allergic reaction where I'm sneezing for like 30 minutes and I'll be congested. I'll have that post nasal drip thing. It's awful. So like that happened to me over the weekend. But I really, this is my first real winter in like 10 years. And it's the first time where I have experienced real seasonal depression, where I'll have good days where I'm like, you know what? I am ready to go. I got a little pep in my step. And then I have days where I'm just like, I'm not leaving my bed. I may not even brush my teeth today. I may not take a shower today. That's a real thing. And this is my first time experiencing it for real. While looking for an apartment, you know what I mean? While figuring out what my music stuff is going to look like, trying to revisit that creatively, which is its own other beast. You know what I mean? So,
and that's the thing too, for those of y'all who are in like the big cities, like the DC, the New Yorks, the LAs, we've been on lockdown. Like they just opened up restaurants to a 25% capacity. So outside of snowing every other day.
Notice how we left Atlanta out because y'all still going to Berlin Chase. The rest of y'all. Everybody's still outside. Everybody's still outside with hookah in the parking lot, arm in arm, elbow to elbow, not giving a fuck.
Nah, but it is. It's a lot. This is probably my first time also dealing with seasonal depression. And that's the thing too. Like there is a new umbrella of just speaking about mental health. And I do think that a lot of people don't care almost in the time that they probably should. They probably should. Yeah. I do want to just thank all of y'all that was still like, it was your favorite episode last week. Me and Bridget gonna bring it. I don't know if you know.
We coming in every week. Guns hot.
Guns hot, guns blazing. And I ain't gonna lie, I got only one gunshot, so I don't want to do the good bum bum. Brr.
Maybe just play the sound bites. Maybe don't do that.
I know. Well, y'all, we got a new little, we gon' step it up. We going from goddamn motherfucking seasonal depression, baby, to a little happiness. We getting into these topics today.
Everything.
And listen,
everything's fine. That's how I feel.
There we go.
That's how I have to look at it. I feel like my life is this constant Seinfeld episode. Everything's fine. I'm good. George Costanza,
and
Jerry.
Of course, wanted to give Lauryn Hill her odes. You know what I mean? She was the top streamed woman on YouTube for this album. Or not even YouTube, just for Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. If we giving shout outs to women while we in our transition.
We have to.
Shout out to Naomi Osaka. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
We got to clap it up for Naomi one time for the one time.
We also going to shout out Serena Williams.
Yes.
And also our girl Rihanna.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to her too.
Happy Jesus year. Happy Jesus
man.
girl, bad gal. Yeah.
So where we going? Go ahead. Give us a little segue. Speaking of
women that we support. Lil Boozy. No, I'm just kidding.
This is why y'all listen. Y'all hate my segues.
Yeah, women we support. No, no.
Well, no, we can't stick up for Lori Harvey in this. I would say
we have to stick up for Lori Harvey. We have to. First of all, I want you to play the audio from what Lil Boozy said because he's getting backlash now because of what he said originally. And we were pissed off because we feel like Lori Harvey can do whatever the fuck she wants because she's rich and living her best 20-something life that every woman would like to do unapologetically. No matter whatever judgment anybody has.
First off, outside of whatever men is caping for Boosie, the fact that he does Vlad TV interviews twice a week for attention, y'all should cancel him just off that. But I'm gonna recap basically. Boosie sat with the ops and decided to talk about the body count of a woman who would never give him the time of day, basically.
Correct. Or his son, for that matter.
Or anybody. It was weird they decided to go down her body count. They literally listed Justin, Diddy, like all these people that we don't know if she even had sex with them. Like, super pressed.
Yo, why are y'all so pressed?
So pressed. Disgusting.
Yo, y'all are panini pressed. Grown men talking about women's body count. I can't.
Bro, in 2021. I do want to play this clip because, of course, he did get backlash, and so he decided to come and double down on his take. We're not going to play the Vlad. Let's do what he said after the fact. This is what he had to say. Hold on. There we go. It was more than her fans.
Is that what we're saying?
You shouldn't say shit. Here we go. All right. You are so dumb. Hold on, let's get this a little louder. This is how we feel about you, Boosie.
Oh, geez.
So basically, he thinks that goals is the women who stick by the niggas that do they wrong and the ride or dies. I already told you I would never be a ride or die, baby.
So we're supposed to celebrate taking abuse and mistreatment in a relationship from one man and not celebrate a woman who, by the way, is the hand. She's not being passed around. She's passing these niggas around.
Say that shit again.
Let's be clear. She's passing these hoes around. She's passing them. She's enjoying their time. And thank you. You can go. We're all done here. Thanks so much for your time.
But not only that, this is coming from a man with 8 kids, 6 baby mamas. Woo. One of the men that Lori Harvey was dating was Future. Like, really? We're never gonna give an applause to Future. But also, to be very fair, she was claimed and dated Trey Songz, left him because he had a baby on the way.
Hello?
Well, she's like, the idea, like,
I was trying to, he said 7 bodies in the last 8 months. I was like, well, no, she celebrated her birthday with her boyfriend last year, which was about 13 months ago, and then has a new boyfriend this year. So I don't know why there's still so much emphasis and focus from this grown ass man. If you have that many children, you don't have time to be worried about Lori Harvey and her body count. You really don't have time. You got to worry about your body count of children. You got to worry about yours.
But not only that, he's the same one sitting here speaking on how someone should raise their daughters or what goals daughters have. And he out here having women fuck his little 13-year-old son. I don't know, the idea that we are even still taking any type of cues or advice or even listening to what Boosie had to say. So I do want to quote this. So if you guys are unaware of what Boosie has really done with his children, one being his 13-year-old son, he says, I'm training these boys right. I'm training these boys right.
I don't even want to read this.
Ask any of mine. It's disgusting. Well, I want to read it because this is disgusting. And I do want to talk about, too, if we're talking about how we should raise daughters, I think that the way in which we raise sons and these boys that are going to grow up to be men, this isn't it right here. And what sucks is a lot of men can't discuss this trauma.
Right.
There's no room for men to discuss the trauma that they've experienced either at the hand of older women.
Or at the hand of older men who don't give enough of a fuck to protect them.
Which is this. He said, ask any of my nephews, any of them, ask my son when they was 12, 13, they got head. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Hell yeah, I got my fucking son dick sucked. You're fucking right. You know what? First off, the fact that they didn't just make this a little bit more digestible, I'm not going to continue reading this now.
I would have turned the microphone off. Like, no, that's enough. Thank you. Nope, we're done here. Like, what? First, I want people to stop interviewing him about this. Like, let him go on his rants on social media. Stop interviewing this man about anything as it pertains to parenting, anything as it pertains to women. No, enough is enough.
Also, in terms of body count, Jesus, if we're gonna get in that to that conversation, I lost count when I was 18, bitch. I don't even know how much I had. But I'm just saying,
it's nobody's fucking business.
It's not only is it no one's business. But if you are dealing with someone, the important questions should be, what is their health? What is their mental like? Is everything working right? Do you want to build a family? If so, let's talk about us having kids. I know I had the conversation early. Are you on birth control? What does a family look like to you? Like, those need to be the questions, not how many celebrities you fucked.
To be clear, what's goals about Lori Harvey is not how many people she's dating or entertaining or sleeping with. That's not what we consider goals. What we consider goals is having access, is having the confidence and conviction in what you want and who you are to make sound decisions about your body, about your love and affection, your time, your energy, your money. That's what goals is. And also having an abundance of all of those things. Having abundance of all the options to choose.
Options.
Having abundance of money in your bank account, which we always say is really important for women to have our own. That's what's goals. Goals is not promiscuity. Goals is having the freedom to make whatever choice you want with your life, with your body, with your money, and your time. That's the goal.
I will say, as women too, the goal is to not settle. Like, it's really just to not settle. And I think that even what Boosie had to say, it was being like, you should just stick around with your man until he decides he's going to act right.
The goal is not. The goal is not to be defined and have my worth and my value determined based on my resilience and ability to tolerate mistreatment. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's trash. It's garbage. It's disgusting. It's gross. Just stop talking, Boosie. Stop.
Please,
stop.
Please. Someone else that you guys want to stop talking is, and who's my friend, and while we're on what we deserve,
shit.
B. Simone cannot. She
can't catch a break.
And you know what,
my good sis cannot catch a break.
That's my girl. That's my girl. And I actually went on Twitter and shared my thoughts on this. But I do want to play her clip as well. She was trending this week. This word manifest, she just has to stop saying it because it's caused her a lot of trauma over the last year.
I want everyone to stop using manifest.
You don't like the word manifest?
There's three words that I can't stand, and I myself am also guilty of overuse.
Drop 'em.
Manifest, energy, and vibe. I'm tired.
Come on.
I am tired, and I have to check myself in conversation now because I'm sick of it. Oh, well, I just don't like her energy. What the fuck does that even... Just say you don't like her. Just say you don't fucking like her. Like, just fucking man up. Like, say what you mean. Say it with your fucking chest. I don't like her energy. No, I don't like her. Fuck out of here. I don't like her. I don't like her vibe. That's just not my vibe. All right.
So basically, guys, B. Simone came out and was pretty much telling women what they should do in terms of manifesting for their love. So I'm gonna play her clip, just half of it, because it's pretty long, but here we go. Let's go. Come on, B. Simone. We're manifesting love. Shall do.
That's correct.
I mean...
Overdraft fees. That's me right now.
Well,
Out of shit.
Yeah. All right.
And be that.
And that's what she had to
And
say.
be your
you know
dream
what?
man.
I'm going to start off with the toxic take real quick, all
Give me
right?
the toxic take.
Because we know you're going to come in with the bars.
Give me the toxic
But let me
take.
tell you the toxic take. Because I was that bitch. If I'm poor, why do I want someone poor? If I don't have a car, why do I want somebody without a car? When I was broke, give me the rich niggas. Millionaire me, baby. I don't care. And to be very fair, if you look at systematically and just how it's set with the gender roles, men love coming in to be the knight in shining armor and save women and be their, you know, just be their fucking king. So yes, to be very fair, before I had anything to bring to the table besides this red snapper between my legs, when I was poor, I was asking for a man with money. I was taking flights. I'm not gonna lie. I was one of those ladies, and this is why I love whoever listening. Y'all know we the aunties. Baby girl, don't get on that flight without enough money to come back, because, bitch, that was me before. I was hopping on flights without the money in my account to get back. I was also going to order the steak and lobster without the funds to buy that steak and lobster. I was that girl before. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be real honest with you. So what she's saying... You have to understand, as a woman, it depends where you are in your life. I can manifest a millionaire. I can manifest someone that doesn't have everything that I have, especially if I'm just looking for that in a partner, which as a lot of women, you still are. You're seeking a provider. You're seeking someone to take care of you, because a lot of men, believe it or not, and I've said it on here, they don't want to hear no. When a man has money, You go around their schedule a lot of times. It's a fucking power dynamic and power struggle that sucks. But a lot of people, and even specifically a lot of women, aren't looking for a partner. They are looking for a daddy or a sponsor. And so if a woman is manifesting these things, maybe that's what she wants out of a man. I ain't gotta see, niggas, we roommates. I don't need to bring 50-50 and bring to the table what you bring into the table. I bring something different, period.
I think.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and drop the bars.
I don't think it's toxic. I don't think your take is toxic. Let me
Okay.
start there. I don't think your take is toxic. What I think is toxic is the idea that we have to succumb to gender roles. I think every partnership is different. When you were doing that, you weren't looking for a husband. You weren't looking for love. You were looking for a come up. Men who do that, in my opinion, they prey on young women in that way because they do take advantage of what you have to offer, even if it's not monetary. But I do think that overall, case-by-case basis needs to be applied here. A lot of men want to go 50-50 because they don't want to bring all of the financials to the table. They don't want to necessarily do that. I'm a woman that wants to go 50-50 on certain things because I'm not interested in having a power dynamic with a man. I'm not interested in going toe-to-toe and being in competition with. I'm not one of those people that straddles the line with things that are super traditional. I don't believe in a lot of that shit. And I think, and this is a real toxic take. A lot of women take advantage of the gender role confinement and constrictions when it benefits them. But they want to be independent. They want to do da-da-da-da. You want to be making all this money. You want to do all this, but you still want a man to pay for your shit. What? Make that make sense to me. I don't think there's anything wrong with
Can I make it make sense to you?
Yeah, go for it.
Because this is how, when you get into business, they always say, don't spend your money, spend someone else's. So even in business terms, you're starting your business, you're building your business with someone else's money, not your own. And I think that if there's still that structure of gender roles,
but I don't think
make
that's
your money,
true.
Sis, and have a man come in and
I don't think that's true. You've made a lot of money with your own money. You've invested in yourself. Most of your money.
Oh, y'all, I ain't even
most
gonna tell
of your
y'all.
bag. Most of your current bag, which is a lot of fucking money, y'all. Mandy is my rich friend.
Hey, chill out.
Most of that bag is her fucking bag. You're not none of that shit, the merch, all of that. That's you. That official box owner, everything that you're doing is you. You're investing in that.
But that's the crazy part, because I did kind of too want to go into that. We were going to talk about just that place, because I think a lot of y'all, may not really know who I am or what I do. Y'all just come in and be like, oh my God, she does this talk about second dick. And it's just like, honestly, when we can talk about sex.
Yes, we do.
So
we
here's
do
the thing.
talk about
but here's the thing. Talking about sex openly is healthy. And the problem is that women just aren't supposed to talk about it at all.
We're talking about sex and it's hot now. I'm sweating.
And I wasn't going to take it there. I was going to talk about how I feel like I'm flipping weight. Like this last year, I've literally invested. I've invested like, oh my God. And I'm just going to throw out like ballpark numbers, but I invested $5,000, made 35. Invested 1,000, made 8.
Light work.
I'm literally
light work.
And I'm getting into e-commerce with that. And that's why, like, even when Liv was here and we started talking about stocks, I'm like, damn, I need to get my money there. I started a 401k. Like, I'm learning a lot now just about money, business. And yeah, it has made me view dating differently. I will say that. And so for the women listening, it's a lot, because a part of me, and when I was in my hoe phase, I'll be honest with you, I was financially dependent on men for different avenues of my life. And so a part of that made me feel like, damn, I'm still working on me. And a lot of men say that. That's what a lot of men say when they're not ready for a relationship. I'm working on me. And so that's the thing. For a long time, I didn't know if I brought anything else to the table but sex. I didn't know if I brought anything else to the table, but a good time and fun and friends that could join us and just all the fucking fun shit that you do in your 20s. And so it's not until as women, when, either your late 20s, early 30s, when you do start wanting more out of a man than their money because you're making your own, that's when the things that you do want out of a man isn't nice teeth. I mean, of course it is nice teeth, but it's not all of the materialistic and superficial things. It has more to do with the way he treats you, what he brings to the table outside of his pockets. It's the showing up. It's the words of affirmation. It's the support. It's being there in ways that no one else has. And to be like, these niggas with money don't really be there for you. They think that their pockets is there and that's enough.
And that's correct. But that's also why I say it's a case-by-case basis. Because I know people that emotionally are not very needy and they make a very good couple because he makes a lot of money, she makes a lot of money. And so emotionally, there's not a lot of dependency. There's not a lot of like need for affection. Quality time is not their love language because they both are career people. So that's why I say I think it really is a case-by-case basis. I think the bottom line that B. Simone was trying to get to, which is mad annoying that we can't just fucking get to the bottom line. It's like we got to go through all this other shit before we get to the bottom line. The bottom line is really to be a whole and complete person before you try to seek a partner. That's the bottom line. That's all she's trying to say.
You just got to be a hoe, but whole and complete person.
Whole and complete. Be a hoe first. Get it out the way so that by the time you are actually ready for a relationship, all of that other shit is boring to you. So you know how to do the materialistic shit yourself if it's that important to you.
Yes, if he's fine, ask to meet all his friends first. Because you may be picking the wrong friend. No, is that not a...
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement because sometimes the fine friend be the broke friend. You gotta...
He be the toxic one. He be the wrong one.
He be the broke friend.
So hold out on the pussy before you meet all the friends.
A lot of the fine ones are broke. A lot of the fine ones are broke. Don't believe the fucking hype. Do not. And if they wear really tight jeans with the patches across the knees,
not the patches. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, but honestly, it's funny because I think that if I go back to my 20s, let me get my auntie up in here. It has like
Let me get my auntie.
You know what I mean? But it's been that like I done fucked off on a nigga too quick. And then, now I'm being brought around the friends and I'm like, damn, your friend kind of cool. I kind of like your friend. And then it's like, damn, now I'm loving the crew. And as women, apparently we're not allowed to love the crew. But as women, fuck these niggas. Like, if we really gonna be real and talk about some shit, niggas ain't shit. Because one of my old work, we're gonna bring it to the pod. Oh, sorry, look, I'm looking in the wrong camera. Y'all know I ain't used to sitting here. Anyways, we gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Are we gonna talk about it?
We're gonna talk about it because one of your old,
one of my old work gonna slide into Bridget,
bodies,
like a body for a minute. Like, and I shared that he was a body,
a consistent body,
a consistent body gonna slide in Bridget's motherfucking DMs with the eye emojis. Trifling.
What is wrong with y'all?
What is wrong with you niggas?
What is wrong with y'all?
I know and you know what's crazy? It's probably because I got a boyfriend. So
my response, dead ass, Savon, my response was, huh? With a question mark. Like, I literally squinted when I saw the shit like, nah, he got me fucked up, huh? Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. And then he caught himself and was like, my apologies, I ain't mean to hit you. I just sent the prayer hands because God,
is there another
God bless.
Bridget Kelly?
God
like, who did he mean to
bless? God bless, bro. God bless. I don't know what the fuck he meant. I don't know. Girl.
I'm so mad I ain't fuck his friend now because he was hanging around this one nigga that was beautiful. And I was like, man, I can't be doing both of them.
Oh my God.
But nah, like that shit kills me. Like, so ladies, if we even go back to again, just what Boosie had to say, how Lori Harvey's moving, don't settle. No. Hold out, meet the crew first, and then pick your poison. But also, again, do things for you. Like, at the end of the day, these niggas gonna have something to say regardless. I got a DM from a man saying that if I keep tweeting about sex, I shouldn't be treated as a human being. Mind you, for the last 2 years, he sent me nothing but dick pics and him stroking off. But me talking about sex is the problem? Why? Because you have... So, again, these niggas... Regardless, you could be a virgin.
What?
You gonna be called a hoe.
Is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all?
I like how you said that. It makes me think of wheat thins.
Wheat thins. What is wrong with y'all?
I don't know. Bruh, I know he seen me on your page. I'm going back to this. I can't believe this nigga slid in your DMs, bruh. I can't because niggas ain't shit.
I can't.
Niggas really ain't shit.
That's the part that's sad and this is the part, okay? I need more men. The way women are over here trying to manifest energy and vibes, I need y'all to manifest some level of quality and integrity. Just fucking manifest integrity because y'all ain't got none. Shit is trash.
They ain't got it.
In addition to good teeth, a good credit score, a good job, and a sense of humor. And a kind heart.
Oh, you like funny niggas? You want to laugh?
Yeah. I want to laugh. Make me fucking laugh.
Okay.
Make me laugh. Because I'm going to make you think. I'm gonna say some shit that's gonna make you think. So you gotta make me laugh.
I just need you to know how to talk. That's the real problem. Men don't even really know how to talk.
You gotta conjugate some verbs for me. I gotta know that you understand the difference between possessive pronoun there and
don't
contraction for they are there.
Don't fuck up there, or we're, or where in text messages. I will not motherfucking respond.
Yeah. If you want to spend Valentine's Day with me, you will not ever. And not because I don't want to, but because it's not a real day. It's not a real time, not a real place, not a real thing. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
I guess, do you want to do politics? What you want to go into next real quick, baby girl? Actually, we kind of started talking about business.
We were.
And I do want to maybe say to that, so you want to talk about Rick Ross, Tiny Desk?
Well, yeah, we can definitely get to that.
You want to get to
that? I think we should, because we were talking. Mandy and I had drinks last week, and we were talking about wanting to spice things up, right, with content, because content is king now, bro.
Content is king.
Like everybody that I talk to is like trying to figure out how to make their way in media and also finance. I will say, got to shout out my boy Sean for this incredible options and stock trading financial course that he intensive that I'm going through for 8 weeks. It's really intense. It's called In the Trade Room.
It looked like a sonogram or whatever that thing is.
It's charts. We're learning how to read. We're learning how to read charts. It's intense. It is really intense, but I'm really excited about it. I'm learning a lot, and it's really been lucrative for me because I really have the attention span of a goldfish.
I love it.
So
not a goldfish.
7 to 11 seconds and a bitch is on to the next side of the tank. That's how I am. So this has really been an incredible experience for me, learning how to read charts and things like that, but also trying to be more imaginative about how to create content, like what direction to go in, like how to really keep people's attention with quality shit. And we were talking about Rick Ross's Tiny Desk.
Yes. It's crazy because I thought this was amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
I really love Tiny Desk. It's been one of my favorite little guilty pleasures that I watch. If you haven't yet, ladies, oh my God, Chloe and Hallie's Tiny Desk was beautifully done.
Yes.
So I really like this. I wanted to ask you, because if y'all just tuning in, I'm sitting to the first artist on Rock Nation next to me.
For those of y'all who don't know me.
This subtle flex is brought to you by. But I actually wanted to know, because we're in COVID, I think the Tiny Desk really became something not only for artists, but a way for their fans to enjoy them performing. And I wanted to ask you, how is an artist, is it to perform like this without an audience, without really anyone responding? And I say that to say, I've been on tour. Mm-hmm. I feed off of the energy of the response.
Absolutely.
Even if my jokes don't land, bitch, I got another one coming because it ain't hit.
Right.
And so for this, he really gave up.
You didn't laugh at that. You gonna laugh at this
You
one.
gonna laugh at this one.
Right.
And so I just wanted to know, with you, like as an artist, like if you've done this and how you feel performing to no one but cameras.
And it's a lot harder than it looks.
I believe that.
And I will say that I think artists have really had to dig deep. But you know what it is? During COVID, I will say, we miss performing so much that by the time we actually get a chance to do it, you wouldn't even know that it hasn't been done on a grand stage in over a year. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like watching Rick Ross do this in a small room, and shout out to Elijah Blake as well, because that's who's back there singing.
Is that who everyone was getting on?
Yeah.
I
love Elijah
Were you
Blake.
okay with his?
He's amazing.
With his, I think he wanted this to be his Tiny Desk.
He always does. He always does too much. He does.
He does a lot.
Always does too much. But he is a phenomenal writer, artist, person, and ultimate. I mean, he's an incredible creator. So I love Elijah Blake. So shout out to him. But yes, of course, always over the top. But that's what we expect, and we know that Ross loves over the top R&B performers, because you remember every time Omarion had a chance to come out on stage, it was always a fucking firecracker every time. It was like, why?
Oh yeah, he was the first. He was on MMG, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
And he was singing, and he was always bringing that type of energy.
Wait, was he also on Cash Money?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't believe so.
Who is the R&B artist on Cash Money? I feel like he went through all the labels and really dropped nothing on any of it. I really think that Omarion was a part of it. Okay, maybe not.
But no, he
was on Young Money. See, that's what
Got it.
All right,
yes,
Young
yes,
Money,
yes,
Cash
yes.
Money.
Okay, all right.
Okay, yeah. So to know
Got
that
it.
he also, but was he on MMG as well? And that's
He
crazy.
was on MMG.
What's crazy is I don't believe he dropped anything that I really love. Like I love.
I mean, the last project he dropped was incredible. So I would agree. I think situations like this, like I did a couple virtual performances last year. And I did them literally in my homegirl's living room. Tiffany, I did it in Tiffany Red's living room. She lived right down the street from me in LA, and she had the whole setup. And I was like, yo, let's just do like a cool little acoustic set. And I did a few of them, you know what I mean, with a TV track, which is very different than doing it with a whole band, which obviously is Tiny Desk's claim to fame. But I think in general, performing even without the audience, if you're an artist performing with a band, you're still creating an atmosphere for that electricity. You know what I'm saying? For that sort of transference of love and energy. And so
a vibe.
You're creating a vibe. Like in those moments, in those spaces, I think that it's like the perfect breeding ground for that. But I will say it's true. Connecting with an audience is a totally different experience. Being able to engage with your fans is definitely the highlight of performing, right? But in these moments too, it gives you an opportunity to reinvent yourself in the space. I always said as an artist, I prefer performing over recording, because recording is all synchronized, it's all quantized, like it's all very, monotonous, and you have to, it's all about repetition and technique versus, living in the moment and the beauty of the spontaneity, and you know what I mean?
Everything you're saying is what I love about podcasting.
Yes.
Like it's so different. Like I've had opportunities and been on sets and done TV where like people have to read off teleprompters and it's a certain amount of cuts. And I hate it. Like let me improv. We improv even for when I'm on tour and do the live shows. This is what I like. Yeah. Like feeling like I have to keep doing something over and over again. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And so, that's why we go back and listen to old records and listen to different performances when we had to record analog style, which for those of our listeners who are not familiar with analog recording, you should definitely go do your research, because it was a very tedious process back in the day. And you had to get it right in a small amount of time, and maybe one or two takes. Otherwise, it was too expensive to keep going beyond that. And so nowadays, it's a lot easier to go in and be really strategic and methodical about how you execute, but it's also it's a lot of work. And Parks will tell you, because Parks knows. That shit is tedious as fuck. He's sitting here nodding right, he knows. So Parks like, yeah, that shit is hard. But watching someone like a Rick Ross do a Tiny Desk, I think is really cool too. Just because it's when we think about what, we think about like the culture of hip hop and hip hop performances is really flashy and lots of people and lots of production and lots of, you know what I mean? It's hype man. It's everything on 1,000. And in this kind of a confined, intimate space, you have to be inventive almost. You know what I'm saying? Like bringing the throne in and having artwork on the walls.
I think,
and
I just think
it's
not
really
his house?
cool.
Do we know if he did this at his house?
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely
Possibly.
not. It's definitely not it's definitely not the library. It's
No,
NPR. You know what I mean? It's definitely not the usual Tiny Desks that we see. But I mean, I like it. I think it's great.
I thought it was great too. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I watched it and I was in my bed like this. Yeah. It me.
Yes, Monty. And shout out to Monty on the keys. Yes.
Look at you. All right.
I know a lot of the musicians.
You just know everyone.
I do. I know a lot of the musicians. I do. I've known Monty a long time. Monty used to tour with Jay and I back in the day. So Monty.
This subtle flex is brought to you by. Sorry. We really gonna have to get that as a drop.
Yeah, but what I really want us to do eventually is do our own Tiny Desk kind of series. I would like us to do something like that. And
y'all know, since y'all want to talk about me, I'm gonna come on there like, that's all I can moan and introduce you. That's really all I got to give to the people, apparently. Okay, that's it. I'm a host and moan. I'll give the ad libs. Ooh, can I do the interludes before you do your little sexy shit? I'll be like breaking up with somebody on a voicemail. That's really good.
We could do interludes. I
could do interludes.
Maybe like an intro though. Like maybe do like an intro that's kind of sexy voiced or whatever, and then we can have the performer come in and do something. We'll figure it out.
I don't know about that because you say intro and I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished?
Right, because that's the only intro that matters. It's the only intro that matters.
That's where my mind goes with intro.
If we're being honest.
Interlude is more sexy. Like we're talking about how a man broke our heart.
Yes.
Or like, so interlude me, baby.
Yeah. We'll do some interludes.
I've always wanted to,
shout out to Rick Ross for doing this and being really creative and musical with it. I love to see and truthfully, a lot of the artists that we've seen like that started careers when we were like early 20s ish. I want to say Wale and Cole were probably the two rappers that I first saw, and Jay obviously, but Jay had a massive budget. starting out, Wale and Cole were really the first two rappers that I saw travel with full bands and really give you a musical experience that I saw. So for anybody that's gonna be like, no, bitch, yeah, Cash Money, Lil Wayne did in 2006. For all of y'all that want to be fucking hip hop performance Wikipedia, that's fine. I'm telling y'all what my first experience was with hip hop artists and full on bands outside of Dave Chappelle's Block Party. Wale and Cole always had full-fledged musical breaks, musical experiences. Wale with UCB, Wale putting Go-Go on a massive platform and stage for the rest of us to love and appreciate that we were not even necessarily privy. I was never privy to Go-Go until like real Go-Go until I saw Trey singing with UCB and Wale. I never really knew anything about it. So I love watching hip hop artists with bands, full on bands and musical breaks. I just
love J. Cole.
Perfect. We know.
If y'all don't know, I am the Dreamville stan.
Yeah.
And I've literally gotten the opportunity. He's one of the artists that I literally, as soon as he comes out, I'm paying for his albums. I've traveled to his festivals that he's headlined. I've seen J. Cole perform probably every year of my life outside of last year. And guess what? When they canceled Dreamville in April, I was like, ooh, it's in August. Caught my ticket to Raleigh right then and there. Like, so I really enjoyed Cole just because too, I love that. I know, and I'm not sure if he started it again. Sorry, Hip Hop Wikipedia, but he is someone that, without as many features as he really has never had, you go to his concerts and you get to jam through the whole album.
Yes,
and he's one of those where I love jamming to the whole album. I hate going to concerts and I have to jam to what I hear on the radio or in the club all the time. Right. I love a good album cut. So I love that I get to go and I know what song is coming next because he also does it in the order of the albums.
Which is so dope.
So
dope.
Absolutely love Cole. And I mean, shit, if we gonna be on music,
should we get into our freshly
squeezed? I'm freshly squeezed. Oh wait, you do it. Yeah. You bet.
Freshly squeezed, yeah. We do that.
Oh, baby, you did that. Let me get the ad-lib freshly squeezed, baby. Hey.
Why is it that voice?
What?
Why is that the ad-lib voice?
I don't know why I go to that voice. Honestly,
freshly squeezed, baby. Like, who are you right now?
Girl, I'm from Florida, baby. That's what we do, baby. That's how we give it up.
Yes.
I guess so. There's been honestly just a lot of music that's been.
There's
dropping.
a lot of music.
Not even gonna hold you. Y'all know we gang over here. Yeah. JBP. I love all the music y'all are playing because I don't watch y'all niggas on YouTube.
Also, shout out to Joe for stealing my Freshly Squeezed playlist for his pod.
He's been doing that a lot.
I totally took Van Jess, and Van Jess was like, "Oh, thanks, Joe." And I wanted to be like, "Excuse me, I put him on, ladies."
He also played the FUCK.
He played Victoria. Listen,
Victoria Monet.
You know what? I'm not even the only reason I'm not mad. I want my black queens to keep getting their streams. So carry on.
But what's crazy is y'all be acting like, oh my God, they talk about the same shit. Honestly, Joe be stealing shit. I just told fucking Bridget the things we talked about on Friday. I said, I ain't talking to Joe on pod days no more because I listened to that motherfucking Saturday pod and he was taking shit from my mouth. And I'm like,
pause.
Yeah. No, he could take shit from my mouth.
It's
called a snowball.
It's called a fucking
It's called a snowball.
No.
He could take things from my mouth, but not really, because it's Joe. But to be very fair, I've been talking like y'all.
Savon, flag that. Please flag, red, not even yellow flag, red flag.
So
it's
you want to know
ejected.
what's crazy? Y'all ain't flagging me up in these streets. I'm going to keep it up. You know what? Flag yourselves. Flag yourselves. It's called a snowball. Look it up. But if we get into, again, shout out to JBP playing all of our music. We're going to get into some songs that maybe haven't made the show because, again, I know a lot of y'all rock with us that are a part of that JBP crew and come on over to see The Thing Is. And we're going to put y'all onto some new shit for real. So I've mentioned this artist a couple weeks ago. And let me pause it because I want to make sure y'all listen. Dexta Daps.
Yes. And
Drummer Boy. And I want y'all to know it. At 18, Drummer Boy, when I lived in Atlanta, I was like, ooh, I hope he had a strip club tonight. I used to have a huge crush on Drummer Boy. But Dexta Daps, for y'all that don't know, he is kind of coined like the Trey Songz of reggae. And he got these little light eyes and braids. Yeah, he him, and he be cute or whatever. But his songs really, really hit. This one I want to shout out to one of our See the Thing Is tweeters. This is called Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, Dexter Daps, and Drummer Boy. And I'm going to let y'all listen to it.
This is
without me
great.
talking through it, okay? The YouTube, y'all just going to get some silence now.
Sorry.
It's so good. Let's go. The fact that he said, I put it in the pussy like a password. Listen, this will be added to the sex playlist.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I also just really, I know we've talked about bashment parties and all of that, but I really just love like this type of dancing.
Yes.
I just
Grinding.
give me a sexy reggae song that's literally talking about you fucking me till I cry, and I'm just winding. And I can't dance. I'm half white, but I'll make it work. I'll make it fucking work.
The waist works.
The way I have hips, it don't matter what I do. A man gonna be turned on, baby, because he hips and thighs. That's all you need. That's all you need, honestly, as a woman, hips and thighs, and it'll turn a man on. But that's Dexter Daps, Wi-Fi. Shout out to him. It's the video.
Yes.
Jesus. All right. He's about to have sex on a white backdrop. I don't know. I'm not going to lie. They could have gotten a hotel room for this.
They could have. But I like that it's simple because come on to this natural body woman.
Very much so. Very much
voluptuous.
so. Very much so.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
And this is me.
You know how we feel about the tiger stripes and cellulites on this side, okay?
Not only
we love
tiger stripes and cellulites. Shout out to Plies. He my Florida motherfucker. What's up? But no, Plies with the new grill. He let everyone know that only ugly men with money want bitches with their bodies done. And I couldn't agree more.
Wow.
He came out and let y'all know.
That might be true.
Y'all are paying thousands of dollars to attract ugly niggas with money. That is it. They're the only men who really like these fake body built bitches, which is why
and baby dicks. Baby dicks too.
They definitely got baby dicks.
Yeah, baby
like
dicks.
They don't got a kickstand. They're literally
a lot of baby dicks like the fake bodies, and that's
they
okay.
do.
Here's the thing: I'm not bashing.
See, the thing is,
whether your body is built or bought, we still love you. Okay, live your best life.
Nah, but shout out Plies for that, because I didn't even think about that, and I know we were talking about earlier with manifesting a man and money being needed. Yeah, you get that fake body, sis. You're not really gonna get the fine ones. You gonna get which
is okay, because we don't always want the super fine ones, because they're either hoes or they're broke.
Everybody is men are hoes, bro. It doesn't matter if they work at fucking FedEx or Target.
And to be honest,
or basketball players.
And to be honest, it also doesn't matter if they're fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's a lot of ugly rich men that are hoes.
But not only that. Do you ever watch Maury? Sis, that's when I knew. I'm either going to get the broke one in the neighborhood. I'm going to get the broke one in the neighborhood. Or I'm going to get a baller who's still going to cheat on me, because them niggas still don't even want to claim they babies, even though they...
Shit.
Maury, let me know. Shout out to Maury, because he be also leaving comments on the Shade Room.
Do you want to cry in a Nissan, or do you want to cry in a Ferrari?
Simple as that.
I don't want to cry at all. I'll be happy as fuck and jovial on the train.
Wait, we never even talked about that for real. The fact that y'all niggas feel like we have to cry to deal with you guys. Damn, I never even thought of that. Y'all just really gonna hurt you gonna hurt our hearts as much as y'all can.
I'm okay not crying with a Metro card. I'm cool. I'm okay in an Uber that I pay for myself if I don't have to cry. Fuck y'all.
And shout out to No More Overpool. Jesus.
Can we just talk about how unsafe that is?
The fact that...
How no one had a problem? Like, no one questioned when Uber Pool popped up. Everybody was like, yeah, well, I mean, it's cheaper. We can all go somewhere together. With strangers?
But we're
going to get into a stranger's car with other strangers?
Like, I ain't gonna hold
We
you.
didn't question that?
And then I'd be like, but I called first. Why am I last? I have to go to the airport. You just
I
picked
did that.
up this person.
I did that one time when Uber first started. This was like 5-6 years ago in Miami, and it wasn't really official yet. And so they were trying to like test Uber in Miami. And I remember taking an Uber pool, and I was staying in Brickell, and I had to go to Miami Airport, right, which is ordinarily 15 minutes from Brickell, right? When I tell you it took me an hour and a half.
Wait, what?
With Uber pool.
Did you miss your flight?
No, I didn't miss my flight because I had pulled an all-nighter, and it was like a 10 a.m. flight. So I was worried if I went to sleep at 5 that I would not, or 4, I would not get up. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna, whatever. So I called the Uber at like 6 to make sure I had enough time to do whatever. So I still made the flight, but either way, we had to drop somebody else off somewhere else and then pick someone up. I felt like I was running somebody's errands in an Uber, but all I could think to myself was, "This is not safe."
No, not only is it not safe. Imagine when I lived in the Bronx, niggas. Somehow we dropping niggas off in Brooklyn, then Queens, then back to Manhattan. I was always the last one, even if I was the first one in the car. And I was just like, "Oh no, fuck this!" But also at the time, a bitch was poor, so I was like, I'm just gonna fall asleep. But then it was also the times where it was human trafficking going on. And I was like, hey guys, I was literally sending my Uber like number to my friends. Like, hey, I'm drunk, I'm gonna pass out. Let's hope I make it home. Like, yeah, Uber pool was a fucking joke.
It was scary.
I'm glad they got rid of that. What you got this week though, girl?
Oh, I need the aux. You know me, I'm gonna come with some sensual sensual emo classics. My friend, speaking of the Bronx, my friend Sean Ross is a model, and he also is a musician. He's an artist, and he's been working on music for years. Like, those of us who know him personally know he's from the Bronx. That's why.
But he's also from America's Next Top Model, right? Sean, how do I know him?
Sean Ross.
He's in all of the Fashion Week shows. I know
Sean Ross is a very I hate using the word popular, but he is very popular. He's a popular albino model.
Yes.
And he's I don't even know if that's appropriate to classify him that way. But he's incredible. Just as a creative, as an activist, he's a phenomenal human being. And so he put out a record called You Care, which I absolutely adore. And I've seen him live a couple times too, so I'm always really happy to support my friends.
You Care.
Yeah. So
Joe may need to listen to this one. Joe, do you care yet? Put it back. Tell me.
It's very emo.
I don't care. I don't care about you guys.
It's just very emo. It's very laid back. Yeah, that's one of my vibes for this weekend. I mean, it was snowing.
One of your what?
Vibes.
One of the words you want to get rid of, though?
Vibes. It's
Look
one of
at
my
you.
vibes for the weekend. It's one of my vibes. Yeah, it's such a good vibe. Like, it's just so great.
No, that was a real. Do I need to be on Molly or shrooms? Like, that's.
No,
I'm sorry. That's where it took me.
That's a meditative.
Is that yeah?
Yes, that's a meditative.
And Liv been trying to get me to meditate, and here I go. Like, is it Molly or shrooms? How do I listen to this song? Which one?
The
of
whole
those?
point is to be connected, not be lifted.
Well, technically, you get real connected when you do. You know,
shrooms, yes. Molly, I don't know. Molly is a little different.
Listen, I was on South Beach. This nigga was loving the air. We literally said it had to be Molly because he felt the air in ways that we did not. He was walking around like,
oh yeah, that sounds like South Beach.
And like he felt the air. And y'all, if y'all know, this is not a drug pod, but if you've been on Molly, you just feel things differently.
That's like shrooms.
Like
too.
you want to feel. Yeah. So that's why that song made me feel. Even though I didn't care, I cared when I heard it. You feel me?
Yeah. It's like if you're at home and you're reading and you want to have some background music that's keeping you calm, that's a good song to play. Shout out Sean Ross. That's my guy.
Shout out Sean Ross. I am
Yes. And my other R&B vibe, I have another one, but did you want to get into your...
Because listen, I guess I did want to bring up some other...
one person, another song you wanted to play.
Well, I wanted to bring up some other songs just because we're not going to play everything. But Intrudin', Justine Skye and Timbaland, I like. So I'm going to give them, odes.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mention. Y'all know I also really like hip hop. Y'all know that's really my shit. And a bitch is from the South. So shout out Young Dolph and Key Glock. They got Case Closed. That was a song by them this week as well. But I'm gonna let you go before I go to my to me the other song that I have is kind of super poppy. No,
I think it's still cool.
Oh, all right. What else you got?
I want to get into. It's wonderful. I mean, honestly, D-Mile can do no wrong production-wise for me. Y'all know how I feel about D-Mile.
I was about to say, I feel like we mentioned his name a lot here.
Lucky Day featuring Yebba. How much can a heart take?
By the way, Lucky, I don't know if you got a girlfriend yet, but you still owe me dinner, sir. We were supposed to do dinner from Joe's pool party, but the way I was drunk, I don't know what I said to that man. I'm just saying, that man is beautiful.
So Yebba's vocals.
Oh, Yebba's vocals. Let's go. Sorry. And Lucky Day. Shout out Lucky Day. Some Zodiac shit. I love it.
Sing, Yebba.
It do be in retrograde. Let's go.
You know we love a duet, honey.
I ain't gonna hold you. This is my shit, baby.
Yes.
Give me a back and forth. I just told you I like a back and forth.
Yeah. I knew you were gonna love this. I did.
Also, Screamin' ain't working right now, but are there visuals to this yet or no?
Well, this album just dropped. This project just dropped like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
I just know Lucky Day is really good with visuals.
He is, yeah. I would love to see him and Yebba do this. Y'all know how I feel about a bass line, honey. Y'all know how I feel about a bass line. I love a good bass line. I love a warm vocal. I love a stacked vocal. And shout out to D-Mile again, because he just always comes with it production-wise. And speaking of bass lines, BJ the Chicago Kids had an album that turned 5. I always forget the name of the album, but it's one of my. It has really become a classic. A really classic R&B album for me in the last 10 years. In my mind, that's the name of it, and that turned 5. So, yeah, I'm big on R&B, big on bass lines, big on musicianship.
I really, really, really like this. I really, really, I really, really like it.
I always try to play at least one thing that I think that you're gonna like. At least one.
Like I really, really, really like that, but also like just the back and forth, and I enjoy like when people feel music.
Yeah.
And I know we already talked about it, but if we go back to the Tiny Desk, people were killing your friend
Elijah Blake
for feeling the music.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you ever done background vocals for anyone, or have you ever felt like background vocalists took over a performance? Like, because I mean, we're all watching it. The way that you guys will never understand where we're at as podcasters if you were not in this space and what we have to give. A lot of us judged Elijah without knowing, what that role means or what he was instructed to do or what he was told to do. So if we do go back real quick, since we're in music anyways, and we go back to this Rick Ross performance, what do you think he was instructed there? How have you felt, whether being as a background vocalist or having to instruct your background vocalist, because you're that bitch. I don't know if y'all know, we're sitting here with the first artist of Rock Nation. But I mean,
I prefer Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter.
Well, that too. Talk your shit,
I
queen.
prefer that title. We can drop the Rock Nation name
Look,
now.
she
but we
said
can,
Grammy
we can go with
Award-winning.
Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter. That works for me.
I guess so. Tell me, like, so for people that think like he tried to come and outshine Ross in this Tiny Desk, like, what is your experience with that?
I don't think he was trying to outshine him. I think sometimes in these situations where it's kind of a jam session, Ross might have turned to Elijah and been like, hey, just do your thing, vibe out. Rock out. Like if you feel passionate about something, you hear a note, you hear something, because everybody is really animated and physical, and you know
Very
what I'm
much
saying?
so here, yes.
Everyone is engaged. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is like flame on. Everybody is giving you all of the energy, all of the excitement and enthusiasm. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it also depends on what the artist, what he was instructed to do. Like you said, I think, I don't know who the other gentleman is who's singing background, but I know Elijah Blake he's an established artist. He has released music. He has featured on people's projects. So, and he's a really incredible writer. So he's someone that already has his own repertoire, and maybe that's also why Rick Ross wanted to include him in the performance as well, because he can hold his own, and he's already used to it and comfortable in that space. So it might have just been to add another dynamic to the performance and give another little slice and sliver of entertainment in a different way.
And I think, I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I've never had that. I've never had a background singer like come up and stand next to me and start. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't giving
weird?
that.
Would it be
but
weird?
I mean, I also did that with Jay. Like I sang in place of Alicia. I sang Empire State of Mind.
You
on
did
tour.
what? Say that again. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't catch that. What did you just say?
I sang Empire State of Mind with Jay-Z on tour in place of Alicia Keys for about a year. And the expectation was, not at first. The first time I did it, this subtle flex has been brought to you by my very first time.
I would love to know what that experience
No, for real.
was like.
My very first time doing it was at Madison Square Garden. My first performance as a signed artist was at Madison Square Garden at Jay-Z's 9/11 concert that he did that was on Fuse. And it was a benefit concert for fallen firefighters from 9/11. And
shout out to the fire department.
And they literally had everybody there, right? But there was like some clause that Alicia Keys couldn't perform it that night with him. He had to wait. They were performing, doing their premiere at the VMAs that following Sunday.
Right.
And his show was like a Friday. So we had to, he just asked me randomly, like, hey, can you just come in and just fill in for this real quick? And I thought I was going to be singing background for Alicia Keys. So I was hype. I'm like, yo, this is lit. I get to SIR. The band is like, yeah, so you learned the part. You learned it, right? And I was like, well, which note am I supposed to sing? Which harmony? And they were like, no, you need to sing. You're going to just sing lead. And
so you had to do the new, I can't see.
That.
I ain't even gonna try to hit that note.
In but so many notes, yes. Yes, I had to. And it ended up making so much of a splash the first time I did it because of where it was and how it was. I mean, it still plays on Fuse. It's a little strange to still to look at it now and be like, that was my first show. I had no idea what the fuck I was doing.
Wow.
But it picked up so much traction, right? And Jay was like, well, fuck it, because you're my artist, so it's kind of a cool little, we can make this a promo moment and you can just come on the road and do this every. And I was like, all right, cool, I'll do that. That sounds like fun. And so I ended up doing that. And every night that I would come out and do it, I would share the stage. I would come out and I would be, just walking back and forth on stage in front and center with him.
Not like Little Mama, by the way.
Oh, Christ.
She would be in another. That's who I think of walking back and forth on
I was
stage.
invited on the stage.
Right.
It's not the same. No, but I mean, I just remember too, like waiting for his cue to be like, yo, just come out. Like you singing the hook on the song. And it ended up being.
And this was a huge song. This was a huge record.
This was Jay's first #1 song ever.
I didn't know that.
Empire State of Mind was his first #1 record. And so
for y'all whole Vengers who didn't know that.
So it's really, it's very interesting now to watch.
Wow.
to kind of watch how those things happen by accident. You know what I mean? And that was very much by accident. Like I remember Angie Martinez tweeting me afterwards. This is when Twitter just started. It's 2009. And Angie Martinez tweeting me like, yo, you ate that. Like you bodied. And I was like, oh my God, Angie Martinez knows who I am. And it was like, you know, if you're not a New Yorker, you may not understand the magnitude of being a New Yorker and having somebody as huge as Angie Martinez was for me growing up here acknowledge me and even know who I was. It was like, all right, cool. We may have to make something of this. So yeah, it kind of opened the door as an opportunity for me to shine. You know what I'm saying? Without even really trying to. It was just kind of like, this is who I am. And hey, and after every show, Jay would be like, we are, yes, we are. This is Rock Nation. And then we'd do a little salute, and then I'd get off stage, and it was like, who is that girl? And then I'd be Googled. It was fun. It was a good time, guys.
Yo shit. If you wondered why we have to be here on this couch, talk yo shit queen. I love it. No, but that's why, like, and again, like outside of, and again, I hope that throughout this show we can talk more about what it means and how we are as not only creatives but as women in these spaces and these industries and what you've had to endure as an artist, what I don't know what the fucking blueprint is of a fucking podcaster. Like I'm in a
well, there's no blueprint.
There is none.
I think podcasting is a perfect example of how there is no blueprint.
Absolutely
you're literally building the plane as you fly it. Like you're literally mapping out which direction you're gonna go while you're making sure the wings are working.
But not only that, I'm the first lady of the JBN and Black Effect, if you didn't know. But I am gonna humble flex, because I mean there's just been a lot lately, like for people who are like, oh my God, she talks too much, oh my God, it's just about sex. Like this is me. Like I don't come on here pretending to be nobody but myself. Like
there's more people that love you than don't.
There is, and I'm working on trying to not pay attention to them. But literally, I am the friend. If y'all just think I just come here and like, let me think of how much sex I can add to the show, I don't. But I'm the one that if we're at a Mexican restaurant, I'm gonna let y'all know. Guess what, guys? No anal sex for me tonight because I ate salsa. Like that's literally me, and I'll say it at at a table with strangers. I think as soon as we met, like literally, that's just me. Ooh, I'm about to go suck some dick tonight. Nice meeting you, Bridget. Like that is just me.
She was like, I gotta go get my hair done, but I'm gonna wait because I'm about to go have sex right now. And I was like, okay, that sounds good. I'm gonna go eat a salad. It was great to see you.
Yeah, but dead ass, like I'm someone that, but also in this space, I'm fine with making y'all uncomfortable because the conversations that I have, I feel like does push just bigger conversations that need to be had. And as women, girl, you better go suck that dick anyway.
Play your song.
Yeah,
sis. Sing your song. Sis.
This song I'm gonna play very briefly. It's a Go Crazy remix. I've talked about Slime and B, and what wonderful album I think that was. That was Young Thug and Chris Brown, but they just recently dropped a remix, and it wouldn't be right if I didn't bring up Mulatto over here or Big Lotto.
Lotto.
So Go Crazy remix. You got Future, Lil Durk, and Big Lotto. This first verse is from Lil Durk, baby. I ain't been on Clubhouse in so long, bitch.
I'm never going back. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. That was the biggest waste of my life.
Yeah, babe.
I could put you on a plane.
You know that a nigga like me can change your life, oh baby.
Everything you do to me.
Honestly, if you have not yet, this is still in rotation.
I love that song.
So as far as albums last year that still get full play, straight through, Roddy Ricch, which I know dropped like at the end of 2019, but he was still Roddy Ricch.
Yep.
This album, and I'm still playing what is it? East Atlanta Love Letter. By Black. Those are my literal albums. If I don't want to have to change or skip or miss a song, those are my 3 albums that I still to this day will put on in repeat. And here we go. I'm washing dishes and this is what's playing if I don't want to hear fucking podcasters talk about fucking shit that I just talked about. So yeah, where we at now? You play both your songs or you got one more song?
No, I play my songs.
That's it.
Freshly squeezed. I had to wait for
I love it. And y'all, we do care about new music, but guess what? We adding a new motherfucker segment to the See the Thing Is.
Yes, we are.
And it's the shit that we do not care about.
Welcome to shit we don't care about.
So y'all tweet us all week long on things that y'all want us to give y'all motherfucking shit about. And we just gonna come in here and let y'all know who we no longer care about. So I wanted to drop the things I do not care about. Y'all are not gonna hear us talk about fucking Meek Mill and 6ix9ine. I do not give a flying fuck. I do not. Sorry, this is not the pod for that. We're not breaking that down. No. Who do you not give a fuck about? Let's go.
I don't give a fuck to see Meg Thee Stallion and Party with their PDA on the internet. I am very happy. No, I'm happy for them both. I am happy for the love. But I also feel like one of the biggest lessons that I hope more artists learn is to keep their relationships a lot more private and a lot more off the fucking internet.
Speaking of, fuck Future and Jess Dior. Jess Dior was fucking Lori Harvey's friend. She trifling. She snuck in like a snake and stole a toxic nigga that none of us should be happy to claim. So I know that, I don't know who some of y'all still want as far as to either suck or fuck or date or be claimed by Future. That is not a man that comes with clout. So therefore, this is why in the 21 episodes of See the Thing Is, you guys have not heard of Future and Jess Dior from us. I want to add, if we're on relationships, Danny Lay, we knew it was coming. Poor girl. No, we don't care. Sorry. We don't care.
I don't have any words.
But what do we care about? What do we care about?
We care about the fact that Joe Biden has decided to let everybody down continuously.
I'll say we could be talking about the stimmy for a lot of y'all, but no, it's not even the stimmy.
I mean, we could start with the stimmy. We could fucking start with the stimmy. Or we could start with the fact that government assistance, FEMA, was not fucking deployed into the state of Texas.
Yeah, that part.
That has been in a state of emergency for days. Did we not learn anything from Katrina? Nothing. Instead, what we've been seeing, which we also should not be seeing, but we have to see because Ted Cruz is a fucking moron.
A moron.
With his weekender, sis.
He was getting flued out with that little weekend carry-on bag he had.
The worst, you got caught. Not only did you get caught, you got caught fleeing the state while your constituents are underwater and being and snowed in and pipes are bursting and have no electricity and no access to grocery stores and gas stations. You happen
Sorry, Ted Cruz. I just had to add that.
You hopped on a flight with your family and then got caught, and then you tried to pull a Shaggy talking about it wasn't you. You just wanted to drop your daughters off with your weekender bag? Baby, we've all had whole weekends. I know what a weekender bag looks like. You have a couple options. You got a couple fits. You were trying to get a couple looks off in like 72 hours.
Go ahead. What did Ted Cruz say?
Ted Cruz said it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
He said, I'm taking my whole family on vacation because fuck this snow, fuck no power.
But then got caught in the airport with the carry-on. Not even a duffel. Caught you red-handed.
On the plane. Why did he not catch a PJ? Why? Is there a reason?
And strolling through the airport, too.
Is there a reason?
Strolling. No shame at all. Didn't get a smart card, nothing at all. He sit there with his Texas flag mask on, which, by the way, was not the same mask. I'm telling y'all, he had wardrobe changes.
Nah.
And he really thought. You thought, Ted Cruz. You look like a dummy.
You was really dumb.
So, other things that we care about. Joe Biden... disappointment, which is something that affects a lot of people that we know, a lot of people in our generation and younger.
Bitch me, ho.
Hello?
Bitch me.
President Biden is facing backlash for rejecting a proposal to cancel $50,000 in student debt and stating point blank, I will not make that happen.
And what's crazy, I'm like a lot of y'all. So a little bit more of my backstory. I got 2 bachelor's degrees in 4 years. So I have a BS in accounting. And I have a BBA in business administration with a focus on marketing. Mm-hmm. I got these 2 degrees in 4 years. I actually did at the time because I was a bartender. Didn't claim my money. I actually did get full financial aid. but living in New York, one of the most expensive cities in the country, I took out loans to help me pay for my rent.
Yep.
So I am now sitting on, mind you, more in student loans than what I took out. And I graduated 2 years ago. So as far as the interest, it's already accrued. Mind you, I paid my little, and I did pay the minimum. I ain't gonna hold you about like $312 a month or something like that. But
which is still a lot of fucking money.
It is when you have like bills. And what sucks is the idea that he's just now saying, oh, nah, I'll never do that. This was one of the things that he said he would do. He did also say he would, the STEMI would be an option for a lot of people. And as far as student loan debt, like this is one of the huge debts, especially like when you get into marriage or you get into wanting to
it can
finance
affect
a home.
It affects your entire
life.
It affects your entire life. The part that's really annoying too is that he said he was gonna do more exploring into students that did not go to higher end universities like Harvard
Bitch,
and
I went to
Yale
a
and
CUNY.
things like that.
Shout out City University.
Even if you didn't though, a lot of those what isn't mentioned is that a lot of those financial aid programs are way harder to qualify for than a CUNY program or a SUNY program.
Right.
Because for the most part they are assuming that you're going to be getting grants from here, you're going to be getting financial aid, anyone who qualifies or who qualifies for financial aid is not that easy to get. It's not that easy to come by. So I don't like the approach. I don't like the approach of this conversation. It's like he wants to prioritize childhood education for disadvantaged communities. Just fucking cancel all of it. Just cancel all of it. Why are we? It shouldn't even be about the communities and the socioeconomic. No, because you know what? The job markets and the qualifications and the degrees that people are getting from Harvard and Yale, a lot of them can't get jobs either.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, that was the problem. Like coming out with the debt that I had, like I'm coming out with an accounting degree in New York City, which mind you, coming from Florida, they tell you to go into fucking cosmetology and the healthcare field.
Right.
Like, that's literally what we're told in Florida or hospitality. And so coming into New York, I'm like, ooh, okay, finance, accounting, that makes sense if you're not doing real estate. And there's still, after spending the money I spent to go to college for 4 years, obtaining two fucking bachelor's degrees, you still get into a market where they're like, we can give you $15 an hour for bookkeeping. And it's bullshit. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to not only pay my bills, but pay this back?
Or they're expecting you to start an unpaid internship for an unsaid amount of time while you're in school, but then it also is supposed to eventually turn into a paid job, which we don't, God knows when that is.
Well, that's the thing.
That could be 6 months to a year.
Well, that's the thing. I took out student loans aside from getting financial aid. So technically my college was covered by financial aid. I took out the loans to be able to pay my bills because I went in, I was a non-traditional student. I went back to school at like 24, graduated at 27, 28. And that's the thing. You can't get into jobs with just that piece of paper. It's cool, but no, they want experience. And so if I was going to be in college, and mind you, I was taking 7 classes a semester, 21 credits. In 4 years, I finished with 151 credits. Jesus. And I knew I had to come out with experience. So I took unpaid internships. Yeah. I took jobs that maybe paid me H&R Block $10 an hour. Like I was at H&R Block for a tax season. I worked for the state, for the Department of Finance. Like I did a lot. And that's the thing that they don't tell you. I do also want to tell you, however, while we're sitting here talking about podding and being podcasters and entrepreneurs, the idea that this is the route to go over a college education. I wouldn't be in the position I was in without the knowledge that I learned from college and classes. I wouldn't be here without the organization skills of business emails and all of that. Right. But I say that to say, people are like, oh no, you don't want to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. Guys, I didn't have a vacation in Miami. I work 25/8. Yeah. Like when you're an entrepreneur and your livelihood depends on yourself, you feel guilty for binge watching TV. Yeah. You feel guilty for going on vacation. You gotta get creative. Bro, I be feeling guilty for just, I'm gonna take a break today. And in my mind, which is why even when Liv was here, I'm talking about meditating and all that stuff. Bro, I can't. Like, my mind is constantly going because guess what? Now there's no check coming on the 1st or 15th. There's no check coming every Friday. Right. I'm not getting paid unless I work. That's correct. So when you're an entrepreneur, it becomes, it's not the glitz and glamour that people make it out to seem like. You really be fucking grinding. And then imagine I know we talk about fucking volunteer and shit. That's what you do. You literally work sometimes for no pay. Like,
well, it's also learning what's more important than money. Sometimes relationships are important. So sometimes we do shit for free, or we sell ourselves short. We shortchange ourselves because we feel like the exposure in the long run might actually be worth it, or we feel like it's relationship building if we volunteer and do more shit and overextend and.
But that's a part of the job too. You have to network.
Right.
Yeah, you have to know people.
And
it's who knows you, not who you know. It's who knows you.
And to be honest, based on my own experience in the entertainment industry, most of that is actually so that people can see you doing it and people remember that you were doing it even if you didn't do it for them, right? So like most of the time it's not even so much that you are supposed to do more and overextend so that the person that you're overextending for will know how solid you are. Nah, at the end of the day, you're building a resume of all of the favors that you do so that other people know that you've done all these other favors for other people.
That part.
So you're still trying to impress a network of people in your field and in your industry. I just think all of this, like deciding who's more worthy of debt cancellation and so, no, every person who has had to take out way more money and gone into debt that they cannot get themselves out of feasibly within 5 to 10 years.
That part.
Should be canceled. There's no excuse for that. No excuse for that. No.
In
excuse.
the meantime, but Salome, you ain't getting your motherfucking coins, bitch. I don't know whoever riding with me. You just not gonna get it. Like I'm gonna live my life and I'm gonna die debt free, not debt free, in debt, bitch.
You're not gonna die in debt. We're not claiming that. We're not manifesting that,
bitch. The way my life insurance set up, they'll get their little 30,000, 50,000 or whatever, and my mama still get her money. Y'all can take it out my life insurance, bitch.
Miss Tammy said,
y'all know to pay my debt with life insurance.
But to speak to your point about entrepreneurship, you're right. There is a sense of guilt about not being productive and not working and not constantly researching new ways to make money. And we're lucky because there's not really a lot of good shows out right now until Wednesday when Snowfall returns, and then Wednesday evenings are completely dedicated to Franklin. That's it.
You know what? And I know I talked about them British people, the blacks over there, the European blacks playing us. I like him. and what is it? Compton and shit? I like it, bitch. I like it. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby.
He is another British black guy playing an American black guy.
Okay, you know what's crazy about him?
They do the accents really well.
You know what he reminds me of, though? Great. This is gonna be real. He reminds me of one of those guys, ladies. We all know when you meet him, he ain't much, but as you start knowing his personality, he starts to grow on you. Like he wouldn't have ever got the pussy if I just met him without getting to know him. But then once you get to know him, you like, damn, this nigga kind of swaggy. I might bust it wide open for Franklin. And that is the character he gives me. Like, of course, watching him, and I mean, of course, we've seen him in Black Mirror.
Yes.
He's played he actually does. He has range. I'm not going to lie. Mr. Damson Idris.
Damson
Idris has range, but he's definitely one of those that just grows on you where you want to see him win. It doesn't matter what character
Snowfall
he plays.
is top shelf, top tier, #1 show for me right now that I am looking forward to the return of. You're gonna be so proud of me. Do you know what I watched last week?
What did you watch?
For the first time.
Big Mouth?
No. I love Big Mouth. Big Mouth is crude and crass and animated. It's out of this world. It's right up my alley. No.
What'd you watch?
Temptation Island.
Oh, bitch. Shout out to my dog, Medina Monroe.
So listen.
My dog.
Y'all know
I have hoeing trying to break up couples.
Y'all know I have reality TV PTSD, so I try to steer fucking clear.
You watch season 2 or the new season?
I'm watching this new season, and this is the best trash TV I've ever fucking watched. There's a guy who's literally on the boat with his girlfriend like, I just want to jump off the boat and swim in the other direction on the first episode. And I'm like, yo, this is comedy. Like, one guy is like, all right, y'all, make love tonight. It's your last night, and everybody is just like,
say that.
The women want to cry. Basically, if y'all don't know what Temptation Island,
this is white people TV. I'm not gonna lie.
This is hilarious. For the whites. No, it's not. A lot of people. Love Island, Temptation. It's all. A lot of people. It's not just white people. I promise you, it's not.
All right.
A lot of people I know watch this shit. It's
He kind of cute. Who is this guy?
Oh,
he mixed or something.
Yeah, oh,
don't tell me he white because I don't like pink dick, but he's looking kind of multiracial right now. Exotic. That's what they call women, right? He looks exotic.
He looks foreign. So I hate it. So no, but Temptation Island is basically couples that go where they want to test the boundaries of their relationship, which is a fucking awful idea. Why? So they go to a place, they go to this tropical island with beautiful single women and beautiful single men, and every relationship story has their issue, right? The girl is like, well, he cheated on me once before, and I just want to know if it's serious, if he's really serious or not now. And it's like, all right, sis, I guess you turn the other cheek. Good luck. And then other people are like, oh, well, I want to get married, I want to get engaged, and I want to make sure he's the one. So, and he's like, I don't even know if I want to get married for real, but okay, fuck it, I'm here. Like, it's a lot. It's just. It's by the way catastrophic.
For those that y'all watch it, I'm talking about Julian and Kristen. They're actually a cute couple. I would totally have a threesome with them.
I don't know what season this is. This is not current season.
This isn't current season?
No.
Damn. Come on, Scream Man. Fucking up. Got me looking at a nigga from 3 years ago. He probably single now. I could have been had that.
So it's very interesting to see. And most of the couples are young. They're in their 20s. It's not, you're not talking about like people that have been, you're talking about people that have been together for like 2 or 3 years and they don't really know. They're not really sure. And so they're really just playing with fire. And so it's crazy, but it's good TV. It's good trash television.
It was good trash television. Yeah. And I had to tell my friend, she was on season 2 and I was like, girl, you ain't really want that man, but
you ain't really want that man. Let that man go.
The way we talk about too, just how it works. I ain't shouting out the network, sir. That ain't the JBN. Nah. I ain't shouting out where y'all can watch that. Y'all better look up this white television.
Nope.
Before we get out of here though, something that I truly wanted to talk about because we are all about protecting women here at See the Thing Is and speaking on women issues. And there's been something that had quite a stir in the social medias this week. Mm-hmm. Neo, I do want to, start with the congratulations.
Yes, Neo and Crystal.
Neo and Crystal announced that they are expecting their third child together. However, that started a whole spew. You know, I don't know words in real life. I don't read enough. But on social media is number 5 because he has already 2 children with Moneta, which is his former fiance. Mm-hmm. But this is his 5th child that he's expecting. And there's been a conversation because Crystal, while celebrating this third child with Neo, the conversation regarding the fact that he, in his former relationship prior to being with Crystal, said that he would get a vasectomy if Moneta tied her tubes. And for a lot of people who are unfamiliar, the vasectomy is irreversible for men. You can reverse that.
So it's reversible, not irreversible.
It is reversible.
Yes.
Tying your tubes or burning your tubes become an irreversible procedure, whereas women, you can no longer have children. And that's what happened with Moneta. So that was the conversation. And I just wanted to end the show with saying, talk to me.
I want to make sure I want to fact check that because I believe even if you can, I believe in vitro is an option. Can we look that up, Scream Man?
Oh, IVF?
Yeah, I believe in vitro is an option. It's not that she can never have children again.
But herself. I'm talking about carrying them herself.
Well, yeah, but they're not being carried in the tubes. They're being carried in the uterus. So I want to make sure if with in vitro, can a woman still can a woman? Yeah, but it has to be. Can a woman do IVF without fallopian tubes?
Oh, it's them carrying their child.
Well, because the fallopian tubes on the outer rims of the uterus, that's not where the sac grows. The sac grows in the uterus.
But so usually an egg has to travel from the ovaries into the fallopian tubes to get fertilized before continuing down the uterus. Without the tubes, it should be nearly impossible to get pregnant unless the woman uses in vitro fertilization.
Okay, so she can still there's still a possibility for her to get pregnant with in vitro because in vitro it goes directly into the uterus.
And that's IVF. Yes. For those of you who are like, when is in vitro?
Yes.
I say this to say, one of the conversations, and we talked about policing women's bodies earlier with the conversations of body count with Lori Harvey and Boosie and just all of these things. And I guess they committed to each other to both go under these procedures. Neo, for whatever reason, did not get his vasectomy. And I want to talk about the importance, before we get out of here, is of ladies really not allowing men to encourage you to do things to your body. And I say this to say, even if we take it down to birth control is something that even in my new relationship, I said I'm not getting it. It's not happening. Birth control, while it may be a solution for a lot of men, birth control changes women. Our attitudes, our weight, our skin, how we react to things. We have a hormonal imbalance out of this fucking world. Mm-hmm. And even in my new relationship, I had to let him know, listen, I don't want no kids, so the vacuum will come out if it need to be. I know, sorry.
Oh,
but I'm
shit.
just saying.
I
know. I take it from 0 to 100. But I say this to say, I know a lot of women get on birth control to please even their partners who may not want children. And it's almost unfair for that to be the go-to, knowing as women how much that affects us. Like I literally said, I'm in business. I have a lot of people I'm dealing with. I want to be able to control my reactions. That's literally why I said I wouldn't go on birth control with my partner now, is because I said, I want to control how I respond to people.
And that's totally up to you. That is totally your decision.
And,
but I do think there is something to be said as a couple, because I was in a relationship and I've always been on and off birth control since I was 14 because I had really violent periods when I was young. So I remember that being an option for me, presented to me very early on before I was even sexually active, to help kind of balance out some of the hormones that I was experiencing. And also some of the hormonal changes and the side effects of my menstruation, which for every woman is different, right? There's always different methods to handle it. What I will say about this in particular is that, I hate that this story is publicized in the way that it is, because we don't know the whole story. We don't know all of the story, right? Like as an adult woman, anytime I've been on birth control, it's because it's my decision that I don't want to have children. I switched methods 2.5 years ago and decided to get an IUD inserted.
Okay.
And it was the most vaginally traumatic experience of my life. We've talked about this. And the pain of the insertion and placement of it was unbelievable for me. I mean, and devastatingly so. Like so much so, in fact, that I took it out within 3 months because it was so painful and uncomfortable. And I gained 15 pounds. On it. And I'm a person that enjoys working out. I enjoy working out because I also like to eat, but I don't necessarily conduct a lifestyle and eat in a lifestyle that would have allowed me to gain 15 pounds without that hormonal change and that adjustment in my body. But I did that myself because I'm very conscious of the fact that I don't want to go through another situation where I have to even consider termination or go. I just don't want to do that. And I think that is a very personal decision. I don't think we know necessarily what the ins and outs and the details were between Neo and Moneta, and I would never want to speculate, because the one thing I will say about this situation that I have always respected and admired about him and about Crystal and about Moneta as individual people, they've blended the family so well and so successfully for their kids that
Agreed.
I think the focus for them should be on that, because we don't know if Moneta even wants more kids, or if that's even, we don't know. And so I don't want to speculate that Neo made her do this, and then I don't think that's fair. I think we have to,
there was Moneta did speak about this and said that it was a decision that both of them made.
Yeah.
And because she started raising 2 children, she just thought that he took on part of the bargain that they discussed and didn't know about it until this, he divorced her 2 months before their wedding, or broke it off 2 months before their wedding.
Yeah.
I will say though, as far as, again, if we leave off with anything, I don't want to turn this into the moral of the story is, but it is, stop policing women's bodies. Stop telling us what we should and shouldn't do. This goes back to even a couple weeks ago, as far as how we pose on Instagram. We had a whole conversation about that.
Sure did.
But the policing of our body count, who we date, who we fuck, who we don't fuck, what we decide to do with our bodies as far as who we have children with, who we don't have children with. I think that's a common conversation. And that shit gotta die, bruh. That shit gotta be over with, though.
But also,
Let me go to this LA Plaza real quick, baby.
women, stop and let's stop. We didn't ask men. We've never asked y'all. Never. We're not gonna ask y'all. So, and women, don't ask them. Don't ask him. Don't fucking ask him. He doesn't have a uterus. Don't ask him. Don't ask him.
Don't ask him. Don't ask him.
No.
Well, I don't know.
Flag yourselves, men.
Flag it. Well, let's go ahead. Y'all, this has been another episode of See the Thing Is. And y'all know we leaving out here with Lauren London because it only makes sense.
Not Lauren London, it's Lauren Hill.
Lance Bass, Lance Gross. I fucked up. I said Gil King. It was Diane Sawyer. It doesn't matter. Listen, guys.
Flag yourself, Mandy.
Nah, I want to shout out to y'all that are rocking with us, y'all. I want to shout out to those of you who tweet us on the motherfucking daily, nightly, weekly.
We love y'all so much.
We love y'all. Make sure y'all check us out on the YouTube.
Yeah, please. Please leave more comments on the YouTube for us to dissect. Leave more comments.
Bitch, who?
No doubt.
Bitch, don't listen to her ass right now.
I want the smoke. Bring me the comments. I want to read them.
By the way, listen, if y'all just don't want to hear our little light, bright asses, we are going to mix in a little bit of mix of some shit. But fuck what? I just got to say, because you know they called us fucking Adrian Bailon and promises. That's what we're breaking. We're breaking the promises.
Mandy loves to put a hat on a hat, don't she? She can never just let it be.
We're breaking promises. What?
We not breaking no promises.
I'm Adrian Bailon, even though I'm not.
You definitely are, if one of us had to be.
You cool with being Keely?
Whatever. The only reason that I like Keely was because when there was that clip floating around where she's talking to the girl from Destiny's Child, and they'd have an argument about who's more relevant and she was like, "But girl, you weren't in the video, you weren't on tour."
I was with Farrah. Farrah got her bag sent packing, baby. But I want to shout out to all of y'all that's rocking with us. You know what I mean? See, girl, Mandy B. We got Bridget Kelly, Grammy Award winning and singer and writer. Sorry.
Put some fucking respect on my name,
Boom, bitch. And I've been doing this shit for 5 years, so fuck y'all talk about I talk too much. It's podcasting.
Listen,
what else am I supposed to do?
We're minding and talking the business that pays us. You should do the same.
Literally, it pays us.
We'll see y'all next week.
Show will right here every Tuesday with the titties, baby.
Bye.
Bye.